Christmas!
Hello. We're going to do a show for you. We're going to see the day and life of two people. But all I need is from you. Yes, that's right. I'm singling you out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, by the way. What is a memorable gift that you got when you were a child?
A Barbie dream car.
Barbie dream car. Perfect. Thank you. What do you think, Frank? Do you think it needs more tinsel?
So, the tree looks wonderful as it is. Get any more tinsel and it's just going to be a tinsel tree. Then you won't even see the lights.
That is a really good point. Oh, I can't wait for them to come. You know, this is always my favorite part of Christmas. Before anything has happened, when there's still the anticipation of what's going to happen.
Yeah, because it never lives up to Christmas. Anticipation is what everything's about.
You know, that's one way of looking at it. It's true, though. I mean, the day after Christmas is always the worst day of the entire year.
I mean, even this beautiful blue spruce, it was shopping for it. That was so much fun. It looked so beautiful on the lot, and I mean, it looks good here, but it doesn't look as good as it did on the lot.
Well,
and I love blue spruce.
No. Because on the lot, it didn't have any decorations on it. It was just what we could imagine it would be.
Right.
And now, you know, we just spent.
It was like the possibility, and then you fulfill one thing. It's like growing up. You could be anything in the world when you're 2 years old, and then as you get older and older, it narrows down like a pyramid, and then you end up being a podiatrist. Now the tree is. Before it was possibly.
Okay, that's a good point. So you could be anything, and you end up picking just one thing and being really good at it.
Hopefully,
Frank, you are
hopefully
fantastic
really good at it.
You are fantastic. This tree could have been left, it could have been scrapped. It could have been used to be chopped up and just incense in somebody's house. It could have been discarded on the side of the road.
Well, it could have been left growing. With all the little chipmunks playing in it and waving and having fun and playing grab ass. They're very good at it too.
Maybe I did put too much tinsel on this tree. No, because, you know, you can't be everything, right? You can't be everything.
You can't be one damn thing.
And,
eventually.
You know, this is a pretty damn good thing.
It is. It could have been less.
Yes.
It could have been less.
Yes. It could have been less, but it isn't. It's exactly what it is.
It's the sum of its parts.
Yes.
But not more. Not like synergy.
So what would you rather have this tree become?
Motorboat? Big old Johnson on motor on it for water skiing.
We could have cut off all of the branches and used them as fans. We can still do that.
Let's wait till after Christmas is over. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, when I was younger, ready for the ball time? Okay. When I was younger, my church used to use the Christmas tree that it would use for Christmas, and then it would take the Christmas tree and burn it and use the ashes for Ash Wednesday.
Well, I don't, that's like Ash Wednesday's like March or something.
Yeah, no, they'd save it. They'd burn the tree and they'd
Why didn't they just burn it right before? It's like you're getting stale ashes or something.
I think it was more of the symbolism. I also heard that they used the trunk as the cross once, but I think that that's just a little too.
Oh, that is gross.
It is, I mean.
That must have been a big tree. It's like, you know, the kind of Rockefeller Center or the White House.
It was, but at least it had a purpose after Christmas was over, you know?
There is a
Christmas
purpose. You're supposed to like give them to these people that come around, they collect them, and you're supposed to dispose of them in an environmentally friendly manner, whatever that means. I think they like throw them out in the woods and let chipmunks play grab ass in it.
You seem kind of obsessed with that, Frank.
I spent a lot of time in the woods when I was a kid. Chipmunks are more than just little squirrels, because they're a totally different genus.
You know,
Actually look more like a sugar glider, but the sugar glider is in the possum family, marsupial, because they have little pouches, which they never put anything in. They could only hold like a nut.
sorry.
Oh, wow. Wow, I'm glad you know who's got the pants on. Oh, there. Now, that is a blue spruce. There's a star among blue spruces. But
Is this where you expected to be this year? I mean, metaphorically speaking.
well, if there had been a few more ingrown toenails, I think there would be more stuff under the Christmas tree.
You know,
So I'd be a little further along, maybe some collapsed arches.
well, but you know what I mean. Like, we're waiting for, for our friends to get here, and we're still living here in Nebraska. Is this where you saw us being this Christmas?
I'll never leave the Cornhuskers.
I know.
Nebraska 71, greatest football team of all time.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, Johnny Rodgers Heisman Trophy didn't matter. He ended up in jail instead of the NFL. That one match was easy. Game of the century, Nebraska 34, Oklahoma 31. Thanksgiving 1971. Rich Glover, first pick NFL draft. Alvin Lombardi Trophy winner.
Yeah, but,
Of course, Army 46 with Blanchard and Davis, both Heisman Trophy winners. Of course, everybody was in the Army then. You were either getting your job or you were West Point. Beating up on everybody.
do you want some cocoa or something? I don't really feel like making it.
Really? You know, Swiss Miss isn't made in Switzerland. No. It's not. It's a subsidiary of Nestle, which was sold off to which became part of Kraft.
We have this conversation every year.
Yeah.
Every
Because we're still here in Nebraska, God-fearing people in Nebraska.
year,
It was originally the Nebraska Bug Eaters played changed to the Cornhuskers. Because Bug Eaters didn't play well on TV. We're in focus groups.
But I mean, like, is this going to be our Christmas every year? Is every year, we're going to wait for our friend. I'll ask you if you want Swiss Miss. You remind me that Swiss Miss doesn't come from Switzerland. Are we just going to be having these same conversations every year?
I'm having a great time. I don't know. What more? See, there's the potential of what this can be. We're talking about chocolate and grab ass and.
No, but that's the point. When I look at this tree, I see
You
it
need the blue spruce.
being exactly what it was meant to be. Yes, the blue spruce. When I look at this blue spruce, which we picked out because you showed me catalog after catalog of trees, we discussed in depth, the genetic prepositions of different trees, and we picked this tree. And I feel like it has become exactly what it's supposed to become.
Yes, our tree, a nice 7-foot blue spruce, would have grown to 57 feet in the wild.
But
Forevermore be a 7-footer.
okay,
Just like
it
Shaq.
could have been 57, but it's 7. We could have been anything. We could have joined the circus.
Right, and then we went in the pyramid. We're stuck now.
That's my point. Are we stuck? Are we stuck?
Yes! We're stuck. Accept it and have fun. We're stuck in Nebraska. I hate this place, but I tell myself I love it.
You hate it here? I mean, you know a lot about the sports.
I grew up in Norman, Oklahoma with the Oklahoma Sooners. But once I got transferred here for podiatry, I made myself love it. Just like I made myself love Swissness.
But you don't have to get Swissness. But there are other brands of cocoa.
But then we wouldn't be doing the same thing.
Well, that's my point. That's my point. We could get different kinds of cocoa. We could get a different house. We could get a different life. We could get a different tree. We could get rid of this tree right now. We could get rid of it.
No.
Before our friends come.
I love this tree.
We'd say that it was
I
a
love
crazy
it.
Christmas, we'd say, and we'd just throw it out the door. We could do that.
Then we'd have to get a new one.
No, we wouldn't. We could have a Christmas tree-free Christmas.
What kind of Christmas is that?
Do you know?
I'm not going to set up a manger and like get religious and stuff. I don't do that shit.
I know, I freaked out.
I hate when they let the religion intrude on this. There's my shining star.
I don't know, it just... When I was a kid, you know what the gift was that I wanted the most?
What?
A Barbie dream house with an elevator.
When with a Barbie?
Well, the Barbies didn't come with the house. You had to get them separately.
Well, I hope you had one.
I did. I had lots of them.
I had G.I. Joe.
I know.
Barbie was crazy for him.
Actually, no. If you put Barbie and G.I. Joe next to each other, Barbie is here, and G.I. Joe is like right
Yeah,
here.
well, you seen the heels she wears? I don't know how she can walk in those. She's like got one toe on the floor, and that's it. Got just a big toe. Now, well, G.I. Joe was a real person, because it's based on Mitchell Page and the water-cooled machine gun at Guadalcanal, when he and 33 of his men held off 2,500 Japanese. And all night he ran up and down. His men, all of them got killed or wounded so much they couldn't fight. All night long he ran up and down, firing the 4 different things, so they would think that they were all there, and then they were defending the ridge for him all night. And then he got a couple of cooks and attacked the Japanese the next morning with like 8 men. And then they retreated out, and then it was estimated at 2,500. They killed 2,200 Japanese with 34 guys. He got something called, a little thing called the Congressional Medal of Honor. So tell me what Barbie got. Mitchell Page rocked. He was a real person. After that was the first land battle we won in the Pacific. Before that, America had tasted no victory in the Pacific. After that, we would taste no defeat.
Sometimes I feel like you use factual information to avoid having a real conversation.
He was real, all right. Of course, it's the Fantasyland Barbie Dream House. Dream is even in the name.
Had an elevator, you know. String. And when you pulled the string, the elevator went up. And when you let go of the string, the elevator went down.
Mitchell Page was like Chuck Norris before Chuck Norris. People lived because Mitchell Page allowed them to live. They even ran out of water in those water-cooled machine guns. He had to pee in it to cool them down. That's how much of a man he was. His urine led to this nation's biggest victory. Don't believe me? Look it up.
I always believed you. I believe this would be a good move.
You know, I haven't had G.I. Joe or Mitchell in many a year since I was a kid back in Norman, Oklahoma. So,
I think I need to think some things over. You know, I don't just have Swiss Miss hot chocolate. I also have Hershey's chocolate syrup.
Hershey's?
Hershey's. I can add it to milk.
Hershey's, that's a good American brand.
Exactly.
I like the Nestle Monsters.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, Pennsylvania. In fact, that is where Mitchell Page is from. No shit.
Thank you very much.